Over 18,000 homes in Spain burn each year. In a matter of minutes, a spark or a forgotten stove can unleash disaster. Fire shows no mercy. It devours walls, consumes memories, and in just a few moments, what was once a home turns to ashes. Behind every fire, there's a story. Stories of fear, of loss, and sometimes of miracles. Today, we delve into one of them, a home that in 2022 was engulfed in flames. In the middle of the night, a married couple was fighting to survive. They were rescued in time, but that fire changed their lives forever. Today we walk through it with respect, not to seek what was lost, but to understand what remains. The marks of the heat and a life suddenly put on hold. This is what the fire didn't burn, this is what time left behind. While recording, I saw someone approach the house. They were already there. I didn't have time to escape until we started with the garage area. And here they would have everything from the field. We can already see the first sack. I think I saw a couple more upstairs. Because they had animals, and at the time of the fire they had them too. And look at everything that's stored here. And this is the full box. They would keep them here thinking that, so they wouldn't get damaged and so on, thinking that one day they would take them again, and for now it's here. With all the music records and everything, and look, the television is inside the box and everything. They used all this area to store things. Whatever they could save from the fire, they stored it down here. We're already heading to the part of the house. This area by the steps is where they left all the shoes. It's strange that they even left their shoes behind, that they didn't take them. They left a lot of things. We go up from the basement and arrive at the main entrance. As you can see, there's a lot of soot here. From the lower part, I think this one got the worst of it. Look at the flowers, and here they had a small wardrobe in front of the entrance, and this is where we're going to enter. You'll see that the keys are still in place. They had their little living room here, and these glass panes. I think they broke because of the temperature, because of the heat. And look, the keys are still in place. They had it here. To sew, he wanted his own place to be calm and sew. Universal Institute of Cutting and Design. They left a lot of things. I imagine like this one, although it's fine, it's full of soot. Just like the floor, look. It looks black from soot. Let's get out of this room. It's a bit compromising. These tiles must have fallen due to the heat, since this is where it burned, even though the fire didn't reach here. Look at all the fallen tiles. It happened fairly recently. I'll light the fire now. I think that's because of the heat. Bathroom. Now we'll go in from this room that connects. They left all the clothes. Maybe it was because it smelled like something was burning, but they left a lot behind. Or should I hit her? Older people. This would be the ladies' part, and they did make use of the bed and took it with them. The box spring and mattress part, that would be the gentleman's part. Look at the huge rosary they had here on the bed. I've seen a few of these already. I mean, you don't usually see many, but I've seen some. And here are the portraits, these with the cornucopia frame. The bed is really stately. The house has this stately touch here, portraits, with the red curtains there. And did he have clothes? Come on, he couldn't fit all the clothes he had. We enter the bathroom I mentioned. The toothbrushes and everything were likely here. Yes, they took them. And down there, all women's shoes. So this room was probably only used by the woman. It's in the kitchen area. Downstairs. I imagine they had some household items, but those were taken away later. I'm sure they made use of that. Look, December 2022, look at the plates. Completely dirty. They didn't get to record them. And look here too, covered in mold. In the fridge, and let's see if there's any food. Magnolia? Everything was rotten. This is the pantry. What? Hi, very good. How are you? We're around here, and so are we. It's abandoned, right? Yeah, we're recording and taking pictures. It's a shame. The house is beautiful. You can tell that, for whatever reason, we haven't been here long. You can tell the lady who lived here was sent to a nursing home. Who took her? Maybe she had no money? Of course. Or maybe she didn't leave them any money, and so the house is all... But it caught fire, right? Yes, it looks like it did. Do you post on YouTube and Instagram? Yes, YouTube. Her name is Curiosa, and mine is Campillo Urbes. Curiosa and Campillo. How funny. When we arrive, we'll write them down and see Campillo, Curiosa, and Campillo Urbex. Hope all goes well. Thanks, goodbye, take care. It was a pleasure. I'll keep going. Let's see. I had seen 2 people pass by before. They paused to look at the house before continuing, but stared for a while. About 10 minutes later, I saw them again, this time coming straight toward the house. I thought they were definitely coming in. We tried to leave quickly to avoid being caught inside, but they still caught us, just as we reached the entrance. However, they entered with good intentions. In fact, she said that she's already been in the house, that she's already visited and everything. I think we were in the pantry when they caught us. How fair. I had made a mistake by coming in. I had seen them through this window. I had seen them coming. A bunch of rat droppings. Look at this. Expiration date, 2022. These are the typical shakes that older people drink. Since they're in the countryside, there must be a lot of rats. Look at what the rats have done to get into this bowl. What is this? What is this? It's heavy. I think that's also for older people. And look at this. The amount of medication. There are a lot of medications. After this happened to them, he would end up in a nursing home. Watching the house fall apart must be really tough. I can't even imagine it. And at that age, because if you're young, well, it's one thing. But with older people, I completely doomed them. Their last years of life, what a terrible time they must have gone through. And now I'm going to show you the living room. Look, what a huge living room they had. Wow. They still haven't taken many things, like these radios. Look at this one, how cool. Even if it doesn't work, this must have some value. The clock is missing the pendulum. They usually steal the top part first. It has a bit of a medieval vibe, this part right here. There are several documents and items here. Lupus. This is a test result, a blood test. What the lady told us is that she's an elderly person, and they put her in a nursing home once this happened. What a shame. The tree they had here, in this big planter, look at all the leaves. On the ground over there. They had it tied up with ropes. It would have been cool to see it right here. This one right here next to us is also dead. Look, it's just the strings, you see? Do they have the key on? That door also had the key on. If the fire happened and there were two elderly people, they probably took the insurance money. And that's what the lady said, that they were in a nursing home, that they put them in a nursing home. Here are all the lines they needed to make the fire in the fireplace. This room is huge. Look, what good music, an Amstrad. How cool, it's a record player. This is one of the old ones. No, not old, maybe from the 80s or 90s probably. Would you also have a video game console? And here we have more sacks of dog food. Look at this, an iPad, hello, the box of an iPad. Look, they were saving everything to take it with them, and there's the ashtray with cigarette butts still in it. Everything packed, that box too, they were packing everything. Here they have cutlery and other things. They have things here too. Look, a cell phone. A Nokia. Let's take a final look at the living room. It's beautiful. And I think we're heading upstairs now, which is the part that's left, because we've already seen everything down here. I still need to check this trunk. I haven't looked at it yet. There's not much here. Look at how the top part is. From here we can see all the disaster that happened in this house. We're going upstairs now. Look. It's the most affected part, but there are still a lot of rooms that the fire barely touched. The right side wasn't touched, only this part was. Let's go to the most affected area first. Look at the bathroom. This glass here shattered because of the heat. Look at how it turned out. Look at how the furniture was before. What a shame about the place. Look at the curtains. They say they got burned. What a shame. The fire likely started in this area or this one, as they are most affected. Check the outlets and switches. How did they turn out? Look, that's how they ended up. Alright, we're going to the first room. We're already here. Here, they practically took this whole room in a grandma's shirt. This belongs to a young guy. It's from a... This rag is full of soot, so I understand that they cleaned things that got burned to take them away in this rag. What they were able to save. Look at all this. It's all full of soot. They didn't leave many things in this room. They took them away. You can tell they took the bed from here because the mattress is still here. It smells like smoke in here a lot. Look, in fact, that's black. The smoke probably came in through there. This is full of smoke. Look at all the soot around here. It's much more noticeable here. Look at this. And the box of an iPhone? I guess it's empty. Obviously, yes. And box of... But this is a keychain. And over here it's completely invisible. And over here you can see everything because of the soot. This is the door I was saying is blocked. And I think there's another room over there, so let's go that way. We have to be careful walking around here. They've taken everything from here too. I think this was the father's room. Here's another mattress, since they probably took the bed. The father and son slept and lived up here, while the mother likely stayed downstairs. Look at our flat screen television. I'm not an expert by any means, but I would say the fire started over there and then moved toward this area. This is where they would have focused, since the fire didn't reach these rooms. It didn't go through these rooms, these areas. Here we can see for sure. The smoke comes in as if it did enter the room. And look at this soot. That's it, guys. We're ending the video here. Hope you liked it, and see you at the next place. I came here with Curiosa, and we'll leave a link to her channel if you'd like to follow her and watch her amazing reports. Until the next video.